Discussions in this show should not be construed as specific recommendations or investment advice. Always consult with your investment professional before making important investment decisions. And now, Financial Renaissance with the M's.
We are back with Financial Renaissance with the M's. We are ready for my top five financial news stories of the week. Okay, one industry has replaced over half of its CEOs with women in 2019. Can you guess? All right. It is the apparel industry. They have the highest rates of CEO replacements out of any other industry in the United States of America. That's right. They have replaced, put 58% of the women in the apparel industry. 58% of the CEOs are now female. So that is great. Also, companies in the government and nonprofit sector also had high numbers of female CEO replacements at 43%. Hospitals are at 35%, healthcare and products about 22%, and in the financial industry, believe it or not, 20%. Lagging behind in the replacing or even introducing female CEOs is the tech industry at about 7.6. And with a big goose egg, the industries that have zero female CEOs are the cannabis industry, chemical, engineering, legal, mining, and also telecom. So they get a big boo. But females are leading right now about 33% of the Fortune 500 companies. And unfortunately, women CEOs tend to get what they call the glass cliff. So that's when they'll bring in a woman to take care of a business after the business has failed. So women come in to clean up the mess. All right, next story is about manufacturing. Okay. What's keeping the manufacturing industry down? A skills gap. That's right. Knowledge. So the manufacturing industry is looking at being great again. They want us as a country to be great again. And so what they're going to do is spend $26.2 billion. That is 9 zeros and a comma and a digit. They're going to spend $26.2 billion on training initiatives for new and current employees this year in 2020. There's a shortage of available workers. So again, for you, if you are, not making a lot of money, this is an opportunity now that you know that manufacturing industry is looking at training people. And then if you are looking for a way to get out of your city or your town, you may need to figure out where some of these manufacturing companies are. Again, what they want to do is upskill, which is a new terminology, the current workforce, and they want to make sure that there is a pipeline of talent to fill positions. So the skills gap has been the number one challenge for manufacturers for the past 2 years. And to be quite frank, it's actually 9 quarters to be exact. And this is according to the National Association of Manufacturers. So the question that you're going to have to ask yourself is, would you be willing to move or relocate to get into the manufacturing industry? And one of the things that they're looking at doing is offering flex time models, part-time, full-time training, benefits, 401k plans, employer matches, things of that nature. So they're saying that there's going to be a need of an additional 2.4 million jobs in the manufacturing sector by the year 2028. All right, so you have to get this right. All right, next up, there are 10 boom towns, cities in the United States of America. And so this is based on certain criteria of, attracting new residents. They have a thriving economy, and they also have ample housing. And on previous shows, you've heard me mention certain cities that will pay you, $10,000 to live there, start your own business, work remotely, things like that. So here are the metrics that they looked at are the change in household income over a 5-year period, population change, unemployment rates, number of jobs created, the GDP of the city, the business growth rate, and also housing. So based on the stats, the top 10 cities where incomes have risen by 25% or more are Concord, North Carolina, Milpitas, California, Enterprise, Nevada, Meridian, Ohio, College Station, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Charleston, South Carolina, Miami, Florida, Denton, Texas, and then Longmont, Colorado. So again, if you are looking to relocate for a job, these are some of the cities that you're going to want to tap into and see if there are some opportunities there for you. All right. For retirees, if you're looking at retiring, you haven't saved a lot, and you're trying to figure out how are you going to live in the United States of America, well, maybe the United States of America is no longer for you. So I've got two countries that have quality health care and low cost living. So in America right now, affordable housing and living and quality health care is becoming unattainable for not just the average everyday person, but also our elder loved ones, our seniors. So their cost of health care is just skyrocketing. So the country of Italy ranks ninth on the healthcare index. And just to give you some perspective, the United States ranks 29th on good quality healthcare. So in Italy, they have a high ratio of doctors to residents. They have free or low cost point of delivery services and prescriptions. And they're saying that Northern Italy has better healthcare facilities per the article that I read than Southern Italy, but I'm sure that'll start some type of battle. But it is possible to get by on about $20,000 a year in Italy. And I said possible, not probable, but possible. So do your research. And then the second country is España. That is Spain. That is the Spanish-speaking country in Europe. And they are 19th on the list for healthcare. And based on what I've read, you can get by with about $2,000 per month. So that's $24,000 a year. So again, if you're trying to figure out what to do about retirement and the United States is looking too tight, you may want to consider going overseas. All right. And the last story, and I want a big congratulations for the company Visa. That's right. The big financial services company Visa, they have met their goal to use 100% renewable electricity by the year 2020. Can I get some hand claps? Yes. All right. They've done this in 131 offices throughout 76 countries and 4 global processing centers. They have a sustainable mix of renewable energy sources using both solar and wind, and I just wanted to commend them for that. They are now listed on the Dow Jones Sustainability North American Index. They've been there since 2017. So congratulations to them because they have reduced their greenhouse gas emissions by 90% since the year 2014. So again, give it up for Visa. We got to commend companies when they're doing things the right way for the globe. All right. When we come back on Financial Renaissance with the M's, I'm going to be talking to you about the rising costs of healthcare and why you need to pay attention to these costs, because if it's not going to affect you for another 20, 30, 40 years, it may end up impacting somebody that you love very much. So when we come back on Financial Renaissance with the M's,